Our piece tonight is called Labyrinth because Lucy and I have been really interested in labyrinths for some time, and we actually realised that this space is quite labyrinthine in nature. So Lucy's going to tell you a little bit about the history of labyrinths and the walk that we did together.
Oh yeah, so back on World Labyrinth Day in May, I invited, it's a real thing.
It is an actual thing.
It was on May the 4th, so how much more? So I invited Susie to walk there's a labyrinth at Guildford Cathedral, of all places. And that was where our collaboration began, really, I think. Yeah, and we have both been interested in labyrinths for quite a long time. We did some research, and labyrinths go back at least 4,000 years, if not more, back into prehistory. They've been discovered in all civilizations, religions, cultures, and they are generally characterised by a unicursal path. So it's a path that goes through something, although you might feel it's more than one path. It's actually one path that takes you on a journey. And they're used for contemplative and meditative tools.
So the collaboration that we did was to choose a historic labyrinth for each other, and then to invite the other one to enter that labyrinth imaginatively. And so each of us, neither of us knew what labyrinth we were going to be entering, and so the poems that we're going to read came out of that experience. So I'm going to hand over to Lucy first.
So Susie chose Sneinton Labyrinth, which was actually carved in the turf. It doesn't exist anymore. It's also known as the Shepherd's Race, or Robin's Race. On Blue Bell Hill, come tread the maze with me, on the mount of thorny wood, until we dance through mud, the serpentine circles snaking around and back and around through the ghost of Sherwood Forest. Loop about on the surface of bastions, listen to the last ashes in the breeze. Where is Robin now? Is he in the Major Oak? Is he in the faces at Southwell? Is he hiding in the Cresswell Crags? Is he in St Anne's allotments, or watching the monks dig up the turf and plant potatoes? Is he here at the Gardens pub, or in St Anne's Chapel, in Pease Hill, in Hunger Hill, in Clay Fields? But is he following St Anne to the demolished pub, the demolished wellhouse, the diseased forest? Or is St Anne following him? Or is he following Annas? Or is he searching for Danu or Anu near the bitter cold Oswell, the magical water which made you see well? We need that water now. But here is a sheep, here is a shepherd, looping about on the surface, zigzagging, racing against Robin, who races against time. Come by, skylarking with wings. Why am I searching for you when the water hisses through the path towards the ghost of the ash tree, the ghost of Black Monday processing from here to here, the old new town to the new town, loop about on the surface, zigzagging in bastions, the Holy Broadswell, buried under the demolished pub, built over the demolished viaduct, or an underground stream which follows to the well site which is to the south. Here is a brown beer jug. Follow Marriott Ogle Tarbottom to his monument under the railway, a hidden structure good for connecting outwards, a cross pattern playing with a stick and a spiral. Follow St Anne, follow the ash tree, find the water. On Bluebell Hill, come tread the maze.
And the labyrinth that Lucy chose for me was the labyrinth at Arras in France. And it turns out there are two labyrinths there. The actual labyrinth, which was in Arras Cathedral, built in the 13th century out of white and black slabs. And it's both left and right-handed in its twists and turns. It was destroyed in the French Revolution. There's also a second labyrinth at Arras, and that was the name given by the locals to the network of tunnels and trenches dug in the First World War to hide the Allied troops when they were preparing to mount an attack. So I'm going to read about those two labyrinths. Over your left shoulder, you see ghosts, bad luck, absurd pattern between two bombs. Unlucky to sew the left sleeve first, the first to be buried by falling earth. Devil baptizes you with sulphur, his stinking water goes to the left. A pathway between trench mortar and rifle fire, your sector is thinned immediately. Left foot forward, on the wrong side of the road, an unlucky year. These tunnels, lined with white and black rock, an uncertain sanctuary. In the lull, you hear a cuckoo. Wrong ear, stone deaf since spring's last stirring. Now you are part of a detailed scheme, right brain shaping enemies from the icy ground, unearthly cursing. In the morning, you take turns with sorrow. Press a purse into his right pocket. Obedient hand combines ruled lines with eternal. Heaven, paved in black and white octagons, God unfolds his hidden face, so what's incomprehensible becomes a pattern of steps, your gate. This roof's great crossbeams traced on the quartz-flecked floor, sheep to the right. Laid out in white and black spaces, hand on your right shoulder. Sacred geometry before creation squares the triangle. Tread all that's unearthly, dawn's design, reconciling earth and heaven, its art concealed. Sleeve falls over brotherly hand to make tangible private mysteries. Infinity designed to be logical, left brain, right hand, paid for in kind.